These awards recognise award-winning establishments, hostels, and various other sorts of accommodation throughout the world. Now, ladies and gentlemen, sit back and relax as I tell you some of my experiences in award-winning establishments throughout the world. The Mojito dorm in Vietnam defined the norm of what one would usually expect in a hostel. Shortly after my arrival on Christmas Eve 2015, I literally felt like all my Christmases had come at once and Christmas had come early, when the receptionist escorted me to a bed that I could use for 8 hours whilst waiting to check in. This hostel also, at $5 a night, provided unlimited draft beer for 1 hour each night. So clearly it was value for money. On Christmas Day, my fellow travellers and I headed to a local bar frequented by expats. There we tucked into tantalising, tasty turkey, toppling over with all the trimmings. Less than an hour earlier, my heartbroken father had informed me back home in Monaghan that due to my absence, or more the absence of my appetite, my mother had decided not to prepare a turkey that year. Clearly, my mother did not realise that a turkey is not just for Christmas, but it also keeps 6 months in the freezer. Instead of turkey, my mother decided to prepare venison. And ladies and gentlemen, venison isn't that dear, especially when it's on special offer. So, ladies and gentlemen, after my Christmas dinner, I felt rather foul and more stuffed than the proverbial turkey. So I headed for a massage in a local massage parlour. And that was when our things started to go wrong. I lay on the massage table, the lights went out. The blind, visually impaired masseuse walked up my legs, walked up my back, and walked up my neck. The crack, crunch, and crease, no puns with crack, was rudely interrupted by a groan from my fellow roommate. Later I would ask my roommate why he decided to let out a groan during his massage. It turned out a hot stone had dropped on his southern regions. That wasn't the first time there was 2 commandos in Vietnam, was it, ladies and gentlemen? So on we went, back with the massage, and the massage was fine for me. Well, so I thought. I returned to my hostel and fell straight to sleep. But later that night, I woke up with a nightmare about the Holocaust. One side effect of the massage. But frankly, ladies and gentlemen, that was one experience that went straight into my diary. Before leaving the hostel, I checked in to the information desk to book the various vacation experiences that were to come. One experience was Halong Bay, a one-night stay, and in fairness, that was too short of a stay in Halong Bay. The beauty of the emerald waters surrounded by these limestone islands was unbelievably beautiful. Halong Bay was the location of Pierce Brosnan's 1997 James Bond film, Tomorrow Never Dies. Nothing could perforate, nothing could penetrate, and nothing could pierce the beauty of this site. So there we were in Halong Bay. I boarded the cruise ship. So bearing in mind the night before I had stayed in a hostel at $5 a night. Upon check-in in this boat, I was informed that I was being upgraded to a 5-star cabin. The 5-star cabin included a jacuzzi, which I used to optimum pleasure. I returned and emerged from the jacuzzi with smooth silk skin. And other award-winning establishments throughout the world that I've been fortunate enough to stay in. The Home Hostel in Lisbon. It provides a 3-course dinner for all guests for a fraction of the price at €10 to all the Bohemian backpackers, prepared by the owner's mother. The meal also contains copious amounts of red and white wine, but even the harshest critic couldn't whine about this establishment. And my final favourite hostel was the Mosquito Hostel in Krakow in Poland. I'm itching to get back. This certainly did give you a punch and also a bite. And what was so memorable about this hostel was each night it provided pub crawls to all its visitors. Though to be fair, usually by the end of the night I was down on my hands and knees because literally I couldn't drink Polish vodka correctly. Ladies and gentlemen, every year on the eve of the Academy Awards in Hollywood, the Golden Raspberry, or the Razzie Awards, take place, which anonymously annihilate and abominate atrocious acting performances. TripAdvisor creates something similar for guests. So I advise you this, ladies and gentlemen, the next time you go on holidays, research your holiday and your accommodations wisely. Ask a traveller like myself, read reviews online, because after all, in the words of ABBA, the winner takes it all, the loser has to fall. It's simple and it's plain, why should I complain? Mr. President.